I'm not gonna share a word about us with Udell or anyone else. You have my word, Wanda. Owen, open up. I need to have a word with you. Listen to me, and listen to me clearly. You two are not gonna make Vanessa's life miserable while I'm with her. I also get how you're going to get Isidor's shares, but how do you plan to get Lorenzo's? We'll discuss that once I get Isidor to sign his shares over to me, Pacho. I'm really gonna miss working here when the year is over, Mr. Russo. Working at Russo Jewelers has been more rewarding than I thought. It's definitely been a pleasure having you here, Vivian. And don't you worry, you'll be rewarded greatly for your work here. Thank you. And for as long as you've been leading this company, I'm sure your family has something special planned for you when you retire. Do you think your retirement will be anytime soon? Owen, I need to speak with you man to man. Open up. Do you think Udell knows that I'm here? I think he'd do worse than knock if he did. Go into the room, Wanda. I'll get rid of him quickly. What do you want, Udell? What can I do for you, Jeremiah? I'd like for you to explain to me why I should continue to endorse you when it seems to be tearing my family apart. Why do you got such a long face, Vanessa? Don't tell me Dee Dee and JJ are still complaining over your parents endorsing my mom. It's not my cousin and my brother who are only causing me grief. Your anger is concerning me, Max. Did I say something to upset you, Mr. Russo? If I did, I'm really sorry. The last thing I want to do is offend you. You mentioned the word retirement. Lately, I've been hearing how that's what I'm supposed to be doing at this point in my life. Is it fair to say that Mrs. Russo is advising you to retire? Do you agree with her suggestion, Vivian? As you know, I'm endorsing D.A. Russo. Not something I would commend you on, but I don't expect you to make a lot of right choices. Anyways, I noticed your latest smear campaign against her. Since I'm endorsing her, I want to make sure that you don't make a smear campaign against my family. You don't have to worry about me sharing with Valley Park that your so-called perfect marriage isn't as perfect as everyone believes. I never once claimed that my marriage to Wanda was perfect. Besides, I know for sure you won't take a jab at my marriage, since it will only make you look bad, since you had a hand in desecrating it. How exactly is the endorsement hurting your family, Jeremiah? The kids are going back and forth about it. I'd like for my family to find peace during Christmas. But my kids also have a point. What point has been made? You can't erase the fact that you had an affair with a man like Finnegan, especially since that man tried to keep his son from paying for terrorizing my daughter. I don't get it, Vanessa. Do I not have a right to feel angry that your cousin and your younger brother are teaming up against us? It's okay to be angry, Max, but it doesn't give you an excuse to prove Dee Dee and JJ right. I'm not trying to prove them right. I never hurt you, you know that. Of course, I know that. But the fact is that you did hurt JJ, and you expressed your desire to rip your cousin Alan's head off. I don't think you're unfit to run this company, Mr. Russo. This company has been successful for as long as you've been in charge, which has been for a very long time. I was only asking you about retirement because I was wondering if you were ready to relieve yourself of all of the responsibilities and enjoy the rest of your life. There's only one issue, Vivian. If I do retire, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. Most retired people go on cruises and sleep in. In your case, Gianni and Isidore can take over while you relax. Except I'm unsure if either of my sons currently have the maturity level to run the company at the moment. Since you have confidence that I won't use your fractured marriage as a way to win the campaign, then what are you so worried about, Udell? I'm worried that you'll bring up the fact that my daughter lied about what Max Russo did to her. I'm not the heartless monster you think I am. You're the one who prosecuted Yvette and ensured that she complete community service hours rather than spend time in prison. Are you telling me that you won't make yourself seem like some sort of merciful hero? There are plenty of ways that I can win this campaign. Using your daughter isn't one of them. It better not be, because if you do, Owen, then I'm coming after you. Were you telling Udell the truth? I don't think I need to remind you that Keeve not only terrorized Max, but also took my son's life. Just to be clear, I'm not trying to compare how that monster hurt both of our kids. Besides, I already ended my affair with Finnegan by that point. Even though you did end it, I'm a born-again Christian, Heidi. I'm beginning to wonder if it would be a bad testimony if I continue to endorse you, since you were unfaithful to your husband. My affair brought shame to my family, Jeremiah, but I'm trying to make up for my mistakes. If you and Shelley continue to endorse me, I feel like that would encourage Valley Park to give me a second chance. It was an accident. Come on now, Max. It's not like you bumped into JJ and he just happened to fall. You pushed my brother because you couldn't control yourself. On top of that, you don't even seem sorry for almost tearing Alan apart. Alan sure didn't apologize for the things that he did. Alan's not a Christian, Max. You are. And you weren't around when JJ and Alan provoked me. That's right. But I'm worried about being present the next time you lash out at someone out of anger. I'm worried about how my view of you will change. But Gianni is almost 50 and Isidore is in his 40s. How are neither of them mature enough to run things yet? I'd like to spare you of my family's complexities, Vivian. Well, I hope you're still not upset about me bringing up retirement. As for Mrs. Russo, I hope you go easy on her. I'm sure she meant well. Unfortunately, my wife allowed her fears to keep her from seeing what you see. I did tell Udell the truth. I love you way too much to do anything that would hurt your daughter, Wanda. You don't love me, Owen. Not really. Not when having me in your apartment, in your bed, would hurt her. But she doesn't know, and she won't find out from me. In this moment, I want you to know that I'll always be here for you, even when you're ready to leave Udell. All right, Heidi, I'll continue to endorse you. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. I promise that you and Shelley won't regret it. We better not, especially since none of us know what Owen has up his sleeve. What exactly are you trying to say, Vanessa? When we got together, even though I was reluctant, you were kind, outgoing, and level-headed. After what Keith did that day, something began to change in you. Max, you became darker. Did you expect me to be the same sort of person? Did you expect anyone in the school to be the same sort of person after what Keith did? Of course, I knew our lives wouldn't be the same, but I hope that what happened doesn't take away the good qualities you still have. Even though JJ and I might not get along at the moment, the two of us can agree on one thing. I think you should sit this one out, Vanessa, especially since you still haven't forgiven Keith for what he's done.